I was attracted to imaginary virtual spaces because I thought they would be where bohemias might start.
Hi, I'm Daffern, and I'm here on a rooftop in Toronto where I'm going to be talking to author William Gibson about his recent adventures in virtual worlds.
I recently did a reading in Second Life, which was the first actual event I've ever participated in Second Life. When I was first approached with the idea of doing the reading, I hadn't yet visited Second Life, so I decided I would check it out. And it felt a lot like being behind a shopping mall on the outskirts of Edmonton in the middle of winter about 4 in the morning. It was just like architecture, and there was nobody there. So that made me reluctant to actually do the reading. But once I'd been talked into it, what surprised me was how much it just felt like doing a reading. And the fact that some of them were levitating and flying around and changing color and shape, well, it didn't alter the experience that much.
What was it like seeing your avatar, and how did your avatar shape from that?
Well, that was I was expecting that there would be a kind of like huge long-term ego-satisfying effort to craft the perfect William Gibson avatar, and that didn't happen. So I got a sort of avatar that had been put together the night before. So there was like Second Life hair consultants and shoe people and stuff. So I wound up with an avatar with really bad hair and really cool shoes. I think the most interesting thing about Second Life avatars is that occasionally, very rarely, which is probably a good thing, you see somebody on the street who looks like they've wandered out of Second Life.
In terms of your own vision of how you see virtual spaces going, how close do you think we are at it?
It first occurred to me that there could be shared virtual spaces, which was somewhere back in the 80s, the mid 80s. It probably occurred to me that if there were real ones, they would be corporate environments. They'd be like Disneyland. The ones that I cooked up were always sort of in the back room of something else. In my novel Idoru, there are virtual worlds that kids have broken. They've broken into abandoned corporate virtual websites, and in the basements and the back rooms, they've created whole universes of stuff, and so they don't have to pay for it. And that's a much more appealing fantasy for me than being in an environment like Second Life, which is necessarily quite sort of top-down hierarchy. But if there were sort of pirate versions of Second Life, that would be, where I would be inclined to go. Where's my avatar? My avatar's all alone in this huge empty amphitheater, where he's been since the end of the reading.